So today, chums, we're back in York. Oh yes, and I wanted to share this with you because as many of you know, well maybe you don't know, York is apparently one of the most haunted cities in the United Kingdom. Now you might think no, but the thing is when you go around this splendid town, city should I say, it is amazing really because at every twist and turn there's a brand new sort of ghostly story, a plaque and all that sort of stuff. And my advice would be, if you are lucky enough to come over here to the United Kingdom, and we are a wonderful friendly island, don't be put off by what you see in the national news all the time, or some of the most horrendous stories that happen, as you know, where I live in the very heart of London. When you come up and down, you see a lot of friendly people and you see exactly that they want to share their wonderful stories with you. But what I would say, and this would be my advice, is there's some great things you can go on. You know, what I call the tourist trail stuff. You know, the big buses, the tour buses, the ghost buses, all that sort of stuff. They're all fabulous, they're all great fun, and I would recommend them. But if you're on a budget, and you can, and you were able to move around a bit, just wander around some of the back streets because you find some incredible things, just plaques of stuff. I mean, round the corner from here, there's the sort of final sort of facade of a cinema built in the 1920s that closed in 1965. And you think of all the people that went through that cinema door, seeing the silence and then the talkies for the very first time. This area is Castlegate, around that particular area, and this wonderful church is now a sort of art gallery museum. At least it's been repurposed. Looks marvellous, and when you think of the architecture and everything that's gone beyond, you think, wow, they really did put some effort in. We haven't had a wave, have we? Nice to have you, nice to see you. You see, I get so excited talking to you wherever I am. Lovely to have your company, and welcome one and all brand new subscribers. Yes, absolutely, this is what we talk about on this channel. Yes, we're old chums, we like to share where we get up to, all that sort of stuff. But here's another great find that I wanted to share with you. Isn't this terrific? This is an original red post office box, letter box, whatever you want to call them, from the Victorian era, built by a company in London and Derby. They used to share the building at that particular point. And when you think about it, you know, we do have to cherish these wonderful pieces of architecture because this post box is on the corner of where this church is. And it got me thinking, you know, chums, like when you consider everybody who came out of services and stuff like that, the penny black stamp, probably posting their very first Christmas card to somebody on that corner. How many gentlemen in top hat and tails, or latterly, you know, in 1920s flapper, 1930s, all that sort of stuff. That post box has seen history, and literally so many hands have posted letters to anywhere around the world or simply just local. And when you think about it now, we talk about this, don't we, a lot on the show, but how things move on fast and hard, and how many of us really now write letters, and more importantly, let's be honest, who can afford to send a Christmas card? It's not the card anymore, is it? Actually, it's the stamp. The stamp's now more expensive than the card. It's ridiculous. Here, in this particular area, apparently, is one of the most haunted areas in York. And when you see it, you can understand why. Particularly, it's a nice sunny day, believe it or not, today. And it is nice and sort of warm and spring-like. However, you know, the time of year we're filming in, we're now in the end of September, coming up into October. But apparently, this is one of the biggest areas where when you go on those ghost walks, for some explicable reason, people have seen so many different things. Apparitions, ghostly figurines, ladies and gents with top hat and tails, all that sort of stuff, wandering through the streets. Now, you know, when you look at the bigger picture of that, you say to yourself, well, as I've often said here, is that unrested spirits? Is it what people are seeing that they want to see? Or indeed, when you look, say, here at some of the gravestones that are still with us decades and decades later, built around them are now modern offices, new flats, shops. Are they restless spirits? And indeed, is it true to say, when you look around somewhere like this in the eerie light of day, even at this particular point of filming, are there, well, more than meets the eye? Do we believe there is simply more than what people are saying? Or indeed, is it these people that are not rested and perhaps annoyed that us, the next generation, the new generation, are trampling over all of their history? And particularly when you see churches like this, and as I say, it's thrilling that it's been repurposed for a good purpose. But when you think about when this was built, there would have been lots of families in small houses around here that turned up dedicated every single Sunday morning and all other days of faith simply to pay their respects. And now, seemingly, that's all gone. The only reminder is this, the Victorian post box. Now, how exciting is that? Neil Sean in the very heart of York.